Hello and welcome to the community. I am so excited that you are going to be part of the Umbrella community. We have such an awesome group of other therapists, other creative arts therapists coming together and sharing ideas and working together and supporting each other in an incredible way. And there is a ton of stuff for you to explore. So this video is really just kind of a quick overview so you can see what your community dashboard looks like, and so that you'll be able to hopefully find your way around relatively easy. So after you sign up, you will make your username and your password and everything. And then to sign back into your community dashboard, you're going to head to our website, which is creativetherapyumbrella.com. And you can go over to the community tab up here. And once you click on that, you'll see this page looks probably familiar, and you'll see the login here as a current member. Now, once you do this, my username is saved, so it's going to automatically log me in and just redirect me right to the page. You might click this and have to put in your password and your username, and then you can hit that little box on the bottom that says save my information, and then it will redirect you like this does. So once you click here, you're going to log in and it'll, boop us right over to our community dashboard. So this is the place where everything is housed in the community. Every month, you're going to get an email with tons of information. You'll get resources, you'll get intervention ideas, you'll get implementation videos, and all of that will also be located in here. So you'll get an email with it, and you can download all of that stuff from the email if you want, but it's also housed in here every month. So it'll be updated throughout the month as well in here. And then there's all of our other resources that have been added that are in these 9 different folders, I like to call them. So with these first 6, these are all kind of our library-based stuff. So in infant and child development, for example, when we click in here, there's lots of different informational downloads about child development. And the same goes for the following 6. There's infant mental and child mental health resources. These are, again, more download-based resources, information kind of downloads. So lots of downloads here. There's a good number of articles as well in this that feel really great to look at if you're interested in those. And if we take a look at child counseling skills and techniques, we're going to skip interventions. I'll hop into that one in a minute. Skills and techniques. So there's some worksheets in this one as well, and some videos as well that I've sent out as implementation videos. But this is all for specific child counseling skills, practice, and techniques. And creative arts and expressive therapies. This goes all into different types of approaches within creative arts therapy. Expanding stories, games, music, art, dance, all of that stuff. So let's take a look at intervention, visuals, and session ideas. So this is a huge folder. There is a lot to look at in here. So this is also broken down into subgroups. So you can look at all the intervention ideas, visuals, and slideshows. If you just keep scrolling, it's just going to keep going. They're all in here if you want to search that way. But you can also search up at the top here specifically for intervention idea downloads. And intervention idea downloads are kind of marked by these pages over here that you might see on the strengths exploration, where there are some tips and tricks in how to use the intervention. And then there's a breakdown of expansion ideas. You've probably seen these in my newsletter. So those are what our intervention ideas look like. So when we click in this, it's going to pull us up into another one. And these are all interventions. So if you're looking for specific intervention, things to do in session, this is a great place to head to. There's tons of stuff in there. But now if you're looking for specific visuals, if you need flashcards, masks, printable games, anything like that, you can head into visuals. And this is all broken down by just visuals. Most of these visuals are paired with an intervention idea as well, if you look in the interventions. But sometimes you might already have an intervention and you just need the visuals. So this is where tons of the visuals are located. And then there's also slideshows. So there are a bunch of different slideshows for some really great songs, some really great interventions that can be paired and used for lots of different ages and for different skills, for different coping skills, and lots of different things there. So there's a couple ways in this one to explore and to look through everything because there's so much in here. So this is one of our biggest folders. So a couple different ways if you need to find what you're looking for in this folder. So we're going to head on back to our community dashboard and let's check out our implementation videos. So these are videos that every month there is a video in here for whether it be an intervention, sharing different toys that are my favorites, different books, working on a specific skill or a song. There's tons of those in here as well, reflecting content and emotions. These ones are skill-based. Some of these are intervention-based. So this one, for example, is about a book, The Marvelous Toy, which is a ton of fun, and implementing it with music. So these are for you to dig into and have some fun with. Again, the best part of joining the community now is that you have a library of things to look through that's already there for you to kind of search through to see if they are helpful for you. So these are our first 6 that we just went through. Lots of things that are in these ones that you can go through, that you can dig into. Always feel free to reach out and let me know if there is something you want more of, specifically to intervention ideas, visual session ideas, if you're looking for interventions for a specific mental health need, or if you want to expand an idea, you're like, oh, I want to use this, but I want to bring in art, or I want to bring in music, or I want to bring in some other creative modality and, need someone to bounce ideas off of, or, something like that. Always feel free to reach out. So we're going to dig into these last 3 folders in your community dashboard. So this one, which I just love this picture of this kid, is so cute. This one is about the Facebook group and resources for additional learning and training. So joining the Facebook group, I highly recommend it. We share a lot of ideas there. We ask each other questions. It's a great place to be and share ideas and share resources between the group calls that we have every month. So I highly recommend it. If you're on Facebook, join it there just to check in and not miss out on other resources shared by our community members. So I've started a shared community Google Drive folder for different interventions and things that community members have been sharing. And what I think I'm going to do is make this public so that anybody can add to it. So we just have a running list together of intervention ideas or anything that we might be interested in that we think the community members might benefit from, so we can have a giant shared folder there. So the Facebook group, shared Google Drive folder, and then these are recommended books, podcasts, some arts-based resources, training resources, tech resources. It's just an extra place to go to if you're like, ooh, I really want to dig into XYZ, or I need some books to read. These are some of my favorite ones. I'm going to update this list too and add more in here because we've talked about a lot of other books and articles as well in here. There's been some new podcasts that have come out that I can add to this. So another great place if you want to extend your learning beyond the community calls. And so the next one is actually our group calls, scheduled calls, and call notes. So in this folder, it's going to be where we house all of the group calls. So now when you join as a community member, you are required to watch or engage live in the group consultation calls, starting at the date that you joined. So if you just joined right now in September/October of 2021, then what you'll do is you'll watch the 15 videos that come up between the next one, we'll say September, and then we'll have October. You'll watch those next 15 videos that come out each month. And those are the ones that you're at least required to watch if you want to get the certificate that you've done 15 credits worth of work. If you're just in the community to get some other stuff to be a part of the calls, then you don't have to watch all of them. That's only for the credit. So if you're looking for the CMTE credit, that's the music therapy specific credit, it's about watching those calls from the date that you join on. So the schedule of calls and topics is also located here, so you can have that anytime that you need it. The calls are on Monday evenings at 9 p.m. EST. There are 15 calls throughout the year, and these are our topics. Sometimes topics may change. For example, we might look ahead into June, July, and if something comes up that's pressing or something that maybe we might for example, sometimes I'll put two together. Like if we've covered a lot of emotional regulation, then I might put setting limits and emotional regulation together in May and add something different for June. So sometimes we'll flex on one or two of those, but this is our pretty structured set schedule for the year. So a great place to go if you want to check out that and save that, and so you can write those down. But back to this folder, the other great thing again about coming into the community, since it's already been established, is now you have over a year's worth of videos, some call notes, because there's a call recap email for every call that we do. So for example, this call in May was all about non-musical toys and using toys within therapy. So this one just had tons of different, we shared songs, we shared resources, we talked about scope of practice, shared different ideas. And so what I do is after each call, I recap the whole thing, put that in an email and send that out to you as well. So that's the second email that goes out to you, is the call recap. And that has tons of information in it too, because that's when we get to share information. But so there is tons of stuff to look through here if you want to just get extra information. I love this one. Bonnie had a really cute, she was talking about how she was using this bear in therapy, and it was really adorable and some really cute ideas. So tons of different things here. If you want to go back into the library and check all of that out, that is for you to dig into if you want to do so. So those are our calls, the schedule of calls, and the call notes. And lastly, we will, oh, I'm in intervention ideas. Let me hop over here. Here we go. Okay, so our last folder here is discount codes, course credit information, and surveys. So this is kind of our logistics, I feel like, folder. So as being a member, part of the creative therapy umbrella member, you get 50% off everything in our shop. So this includes past courses that we've had, our pod courses that are also available in the shop, and merchandise. So we don't have consultation packages any longer because we've upgraded to supervision packages within the community. But this is your community code, CTU Community 2021. And I will change that in 2022 to change over to CTU Community 2022 probably. But so that is for you anytime you want to check out the shop. And I'll just show you the shop quickly right now. And so we've got an upcoming course that will be launching in November that is a deep dive into child counseling skills and practice. As a community member, you're going to get a lot of this practice throughout our time together. But if you're looking for like a heavy duty practice, because I think this is probably going to be like a 9 to 10 hour course. And I would say probably about 5 of those hours is just going to be practicing, and lots of fun practicing. So if you are looking to dig into that, you'll get that course 50% off if you want to have that concentrated time to dig in. Our Cultivating Creative Resiliency course, Trauma and Attachment, Play Therapy in Action. These are some cute visuals, but these are actually already part of the community. You have access to those. Any resources that I put on sale in the shop, those are automatically included in the community. So you have all of these story prompts, you have all of these roll of stories, and some magnets. I also have some stickers to put up in our shop too that are pretty cute. So we've got those. So yes, your discount codes. So there's also some community surveys that I think are really helpful. These are helpful not only for you to gauge what you are interested in learning in and where you feel like you are on your learning journey, but this first survey is really helpful for me to understand what you're looking for. And this is what I love about the community, this kind of format of learning is I check these surveys out every time they're filled out. And when I see what people are looking for, I can tier and I can make all of our future resources for the next year based on what community members are really needing. So for example, say, 10 people fill out the survey and are like, wow, I need a lot of stuff for anxiety right now. I need a lot of support for COVID. Kids are really struggling with COVID again. Then I know, awesome, I'm going to pump out some different activity ideas, some different resources, implementation videos that are all about those topics. So this survey is a great place to put all of that down and what you're looking for. And the second survey is another survey if you want to. It's there just for a resource. Throughout the second part of the year, 6 months in, you can go back and fill the survey out again to see where you are on your learning journey. And if you're like, wow, I really learned a lot about the relational neurosciences, I feel much more confident in this skill. So then you'll be able to kind of reassess where you are in your learning journey. Now, this next part is if you are a music therapist and you're looking specifically for CMTE information. Excuse me, this is the download of the full description of the course for your records. And again, here's just kind of that breakdown as a community member. You either attend or watch the recorded consultation calls for a total of 15 calls from the date that you started. So it'll be 15 calls over the year, starting from when you joined. You can watch and attend these however you'd like. At the end of the year, I'll send out a CBMT course evaluation. All of the calls are available again in that folder that we just looked at earlier. And once you've completed the eval, a certificate will be emailed to you within a few days. So if you are not a music therapist and you still want a certificate, you can still complete this and do the course evaluation. That's absolutely there, and you'll still get a certificate. It will say it's CBMT, certified, but it's still a certificate showing that you've completed a significant amount of course work throughout the year. So that is still pretty hefty. And again, I am a licensed clinical professional counselor as well. So in doing this, you can, I would think most likely be able to apply for credits through a different, wherever you're looking through, if it's for LCAT hours or if it's for LPC hours or different things like that. I would imagine that you'd be able to at least see if these could count for being in the community for doing 15 hours worth at least. There's a lot of stuff in here. So again, too, many of the folders have this option, questions, or there's a contact form. Also my email. Always feel free. My email is kate@creativetherapyumbrella.com. Always feel free to reach out and shoot an email. I am here to help you and to help you navigate through all of this stuff. Here to support in any way that I can. If you're again looking for intervention ideas, if you have questions, always feel free to reach out. This is just something I absolutely enjoy doing so much. For a couple other things I just want to go over to for our the 30-minute consultations. Those occur quarterly, and there are a limited amount of those consultation spots available. And so I send those out quarterly. The last one was in August. So the next one I believe will be in December. So I'll send those out in an email that'll come out kind of in our monthly email, as well as a follow-up email usually. And I'll give you a link to my Calendly where you could go in and book a time. But those are limited. So when that email comes to you, if you're looking for one of those, I would say hop on it as soon as you can, because it's a limited amount. And then I think the monthly email resources, the group calls, those Zoom links come to you usually the day before. I'll send those out the night before. So you'll get a Zoom link for those that you can hop on and join in however you'd like if you want to attend live. And I think that is pretty much it. If you did purchase an upgraded package with the supervision, then I will be reaching out to you to schedule those and to organize those as well. And at any time throughout the year, if you are a regular community member and you decide, wow, I really want to upgrade, I really need some supervision, I want to upgrade and explore these, again, feel free to reach out, because there's always ways we can, prorate how long you've been in the community and change all of that stuff up too. So, all right. I hope that this helps in navigating the community dashboard. Again, always feel free if you get stuck, if you can't log in, if you have any trouble, I'm here to help. If you want to reach out, there are tons of contact places you can reach out to me, and I would love to hear from you. I love hearing from our members. Always feel free to use that Facebook group when you join it as a place too to reach out for questions, ideas, share things that you're using. It's such a great place to connect with community members. I am so pumped that you're here. I cannot say it enough. Thank you so much for joining and being a part of this awesome community, and have a lot of fun as you dig in.